So I think it is a very safe statement to say that no one, not even Nintendo, expected Mario Kart 8 to have the kind of lasting success and lifespan that it has, as originally, of course, this game was released for the Wii U back in 2014, then brought over to the Nintendo Switch with the Deluxe version, which essentially was the same game, but of course included all of the DLC, and we now have a roadmap of future DLC tracks for this title all the way through the end of 2023, and in today's video, I want to break down the history and the sales success of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, boot up the game and play through some of my favorite stages together, and have a broad discussion on when we can expect Nintendo to announce the next phase of Booster Course Pass DLC in the future. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, as I mentioned, guys, we're doing a little bit different video today because, well, one, there's not much in the news at all in relation to Nintendo Switch stories, and two, it came to my attention that, yeah, it's actually been quite a while since we've heard Nintendo talk about or comment on the Booster Course expansion pack that, of course, was most recently unveiled to us at the last Nintendo Direct in February. That first wave is already out, and it features really some tracks that are super enjoyable, but I will say that I'm more hyped for probably some of the future ones to come that we have not seen officially announced yet. And it's kind of a taunt here in the face because when you go into that other menu of courses, you see all the cup icons, but we just don't have access to them just yet. As long as we get DK Mountain from Double Dash Era, I will be more than happy. But as I mentioned, this is an interesting title for Nintendo. I'm going to just jump right into 200cc and see how we do here as far as, getting hopefully a gold cup at the end of it, but we'll see how that goes. Regardless, just going to have some fun and play through it. But whenever you look at the roadmap of this game, and I think it is a fair statement that Nintendo themselves did not expect this game to be as successful as it was, as it currently is, because you still find it on the top selling charts week in and week out of any kind of report, any part in the world. And, to be fair, a lot of people say, well, it's a great thing it sells, and it's not the reason that we haven't gotten a new Mario Kart isn't because this one has sold so well. Well, I just think that's factually incorrect. Nintendo absolutely would have a new Mario Kart out and in our hands if the sales momentum of Mario Kart 8 was actually falling off dramatically, because this is a cash cow for Nintendo, to be fair. And, I think the easier thing was like, well, you know what? It still has such crazy momentum. Let's go ahead and produce some new courses. Let's go ahead and make sure bring over a lot of the stuff that's going on with Tour, because of course Mario Kart Tour on mobile has some original stages that have never been brought before. And let's pay another developing team to just continue to support this game, as opposed to having to create a brand new one from the ground up. And of course, that's a viable strategy, and it's working because it's another selling point for the expansion pack. Like when that announcement dropped, I was actually more than okay with it. I do want a new Mario Kart. I hope the thing that would have put it over the top for me is if they would have announced new characters as well, because I was very hopeful for a lot of those rumors, like whatever the next one is, maybe is Nintendo Kart, more or less, and we have like some crazy Smash Bros level roster to look forward to. That's kind of what I was hoping to see we would see unfold. Obviously we're gonna have to wait longer for that if that is indeed in the works, but it's one of those things for me. We just got beat out at the end there. It's one of those things for me, though, that this game still looks and plays great. No complaints there. Could they refine some of the mechanics in a newer Mario Kart installment? Absolutely. But the bigger deal is that, now we're going to be at a point where this one single title has, while it's cross-generational now from Wii U to Switch, it also has a roadmap till the end of 2023. So this is kind of going to be, minus the characters, a Mario Kart Ultimate game, if you will, similar to Smash Bros, where we had the full roster, all the levels brought back, and everything stacked out, because this is going to quite simply have the largest selection of Mario Kart tracks in a single game, period. So then it's kind of like, well, where do we go from here? And I would definitely expect Nintendo to, whatever the future Mario Kart project is, which is definitely far off, well, I would just clearly expect them to make that probably a console launcher on whatever the next Switch is. I can definitely see that being one that would just be strategically, advantageous for them, because, as we mentioned, it's just, this thing sells like hotcakes, and it has such long legs that I don't think anybody was anticipating that I think Nintendo's going to absolutely capitalize on whatever the true sequel to this game is. But then they have to come out of the gate really strong if you think about it, because clearly I am not familiar at all with the turns in this stage, and that's going to be a real problem for how we finish here. But yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, and now whenever I start to talk about my gameplay, I always lose my train of thought. Sorry guys, bear with me, I'll get it back. But yeah, you know, I haven't gotten a whole lot of like a chance to play through as much of these levels as I've wanted to. I've mainly played through the first course and multiple ones online, but in terms of having them memorized for those quick drifts that you have to do, that is not the case for me. But it is, you know, whatever they do with the next Mario Kart has to be massive at this point, and it might need to really be something like Nintendo Kart to stand out and really make it, you know, something worth going and getting day one. Obviously it's going to be huge when it comes to the sales numbers. I do think that if they went the Nintendo Kart direction for the next one, I'd still keep the name Mario Kart, just like really broaden the roster, because I think the name Mario Kart's just too iconic to like leave behind. So whatever it ends up being called, fine with me, but you kind of have to roll forward all these huge library of stages that we're going to have from this game into the next game. And one thing you have to have the conversation about too is, if you look at timing, because a lot of people I've seen online are asking questions on, well, I don't understand, there's 6 waves to this thing, we've only gotten one revealed and available so far, where are the other waves? And it's like, if you actually look at a calendar and you kind of just do some quick math yourself, you can see logically how I think Nintendo is going to market this and reveal each course. And the prediction is, of course, that would hit as soon as I get into first place. The prediction here is that they announce it. No, unbelievable. This is the Mario Kart Rage at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I gotta take a deep breath from that one. So the prediction on my, from what I think, if you look at a calendar, so we get 3 Nintendo Directs per year, right? You get one in February, you get one in June, and you get one in September. If you just look at history, 9 times out of 10, that's the exact format that Nintendo sticks to. So if we have 6 waves of this thing, then in theory, if February was our first reveal for this wave that we have right now, then you would go into June and we're going to get the next wave announced and then released. And then we're going to go into September and get the next wave announced and then released. And then repeat that for one more year. That's 6 total courses. And then that's your roadmap right there for the end of 2023 at the September Direct in 2023. Is the last reveal of a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe booster course pass, and it's also not only is it the last reveal, but it's also the, you know, it puts the bow on it for the end of it. So that, if I'm a betting man, that's how they're going to do it. Nintendo's Nintendo, so of course nothing is ever 100% final with them. So I definitely think like they could definitely just throw a curveball and absolutely do them sporadically instead as like Twitter drop announcements like they love to do sometimes. But I still think it logically makes more sense if whenever they sat down and made the roadmap for this, they were like, wait a minute, 6 passes is what we're going to commit to. So let's go ahead and let's plan these announcements out at each Nintendo Direct presentation. And it seems like it'll be kind of a nice thing to be able to expect, like, oh, it's the Direct, we're going to get a small little announcement and reveal of what stages are next when it comes to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think I mentioned it on a previous Mario Kart video where I was playing. I don't know if you guys remember or saw that one, but I was mentioning how 200cc, I mean, I have respect for people that are just out here killing it on 200cc, because being a veteran Mario Kart player, and to be fair, I mean, I guess I don't play it technically as much now as I used to, but still, you know, knowing all the drift mechanics and things, but then still just not being able to like comfortably come in first, 200cc is no joke. Double Dash was the height of my Mario Kart play, and that was, to this day, that's the only one that I've taken all the time to just completely get every single, can we make it? Yes, we did. Get every single cup fully gold across the board, and then even get everything done in mirror mode, and to the point where I actually remember playing most of that game more in mirror mode than the regular style stages. So it's kind of weird whenever I go to regular style stages, because I'm actually expecting them to be reversed, unless if it's ones like this where I haven't had history with playing them to begin with. But that'll be something that I'll have to adapt to whenever we go to, like, if we do get DK Mountain, aka, if you guys can't tell, my favorite Mario Kart track of all time, period. If we end up getting that one, and I know this stage has been talked about a lot online as one of the fan favorites from this first classic pack, and I definitely need to play more of this one. So, you know, it's one of those things that DK Mountain just, it has to make it over. I don't know why that's always stuck out to me as like my absolute favorite hands down stage. And it was one that I would just get super competitive with friends on. Like, you might be able to beat me in a couple other maps on Double Dash, but like DK Mountain I had down like the back of my hand, and I just absolutely loved every minute of playing through that stage. So did I go right over the item block there too, of course. So, you know, it's just Mario Kart is such a fun, iconic series. So many hours of fun to be had. And then the online aspect that they have now, you know, in the modern era with the Switch and everything, it's just, yeah, it makes sense why Nintendo decided to extend the life of this one. I think I probably still would have been more on the side of wanting to just get a new Mario Kart release instead. But I'm not opposed to this because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe does still play great. And, you know, why I didn't get quite as hooked into this game as I did with something like Double Dash, because, you know, the Double Dash mechanic, that's really the one thing that I would critique maybe is like, why did they only do that once? I thought that was genius, and it was just there for one game and then gone. And I really think that team aspect and partnering specific characters together based off, you know, which items you could expect. And this run is going terrible, guys. But, you know, based off which items, special items each character had, there was reasons to partner strategically together between different types of characters. And I just thought it was like such a cool, unique thing, not to mention the fact that you had to switch characters from time to time. I probably should just go up that stairs and get on the top, but I'm just sticking to the habit that I have been that hasn't been working out for me clearly. Oh, well, we're in third. We might be able to do this okay. And we're definitely not getting a gold, but it's all right. We'll take the L on this one, and I'll have to come back once I have these stages a little bit more memorized. So, yeah, just surprising to me that Double Dash mechanic was a one and done for the series. I definitely wonder if it's on the table of possibilities. Like, clearly it is. We don't know what Nintendo's really thinking, but I wonder if we'll ever get a Double Dash 2. You know, I think that's a mechanic that needs to be revisited at some point. We are officially, oh wow, okay, I didn't even, so my camera blocks the exact point, so I didn't actually expect that to pop up to number one because I wasn't paying attention to who's in what place. So we actually lucked out and got a gold cup together on this. Guys, let me look at the video time. Yeah, we're like just over 12 minutes, so I'm super pumped for the future roadmap of Mario Kart. If you want a prediction from me, an exact statement on when the roadmap is, that we're getting more announcements and more stages, it's absolutely at the Nintendo Direct presentations. I think that's the logical step and progression, since there's exactly 6 waves. And if you look at the calendar, again, there's going to be 6 directs as long as Nintendo sticks to their traditional schedule. So that makes the most sense to me. That's what I would predict. And I'm very excited for the future of this game. And I'm also excited for what's to come next. If they don't do the next Mario Kart at some point in the next 2 or 3 years, I will start to get a little bit impatient, because clearly they've had plenty of time for research and development and ideas, and they can definitely do a lot of unique ideas with the next one. And hopefully it is that broader roster into something like a Smash Ultimate. So I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video, your personal thoughts and feelings around the Mario Kart franchise. Are you somebody who's kind of upset that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been around for as long as it has? Are you more like me and you're happy we're getting stages, but at the same time you are kind of ready for a new gameplay experience as well? And what do you think overall with your personal predictions? Do you think I'm right with the whole direct presentation thing just being like a section of each direct being focused on the next wave of DLC? Or do you think there's, you know, a stronger probability that Nintendo may just do this sporadically with Twitter drops and announcements like that? So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do want to hear from you guys in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, where we discussed the reason why some long dormant and forgotten about IPs may be making their way back into gaming soon, and a broad discussion around Summer Games Fest and other various direct presentations that are scheduled over the summer, and why there may be a big shakeup in the traditional formula that we've seen these companies hold to so far. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.